Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, welcome to Oilers After Dark live stream. The Florida Panthers host the Edmonton Oilers. Panthers are 11-5-1. Oilers are 5-10-1. Imagine that. Two very opposite records. Yes, I'm wearing a different hat today, for those that haven't noticed. I tossed my hat during the Oilers game against Seattle. Oh, shoot. I gotta fix that. How's it going, guys? Hopefully everybody is enjoying their Monday. Before we get going, a huge shout out goes out to the Montreal Alouettes. Alouette, Jean-Paul Alouette. The Alouettes win the Grey Cup, 110th edition of it. Congratulations goes to them. Sorry about that, guys. Severely under the weather right now. Oh, I wish I could tell you guys I wasn't under the weather and I wasn't feeling like shit. But unfortunately, it's winter. It's flu seasons for those that have kids. It's flu season. No, this was Picard's start. It was always going to be Picard's start. They need to play him. They need to play Picard because you got to see what you got. If he's better than Campbell, keep Campbell in the AHL. Have him ride the AHL pine. And if it's going to be the same old as if it is with Campbell or with Skinner, send Campbell back down, have Campbell back up, and hope that a trade comes through. Actually, I'm going to delete this, guys, just because this is some side project stuff I'm working on. I thought I had deleted it, unfortunately. Where's my phone? Take a picture. Make sure it's in the mines. There we go. All right. What's new, guys? What's up, Buttercups? Hopefully everything is doing good. Everybody is fine. Oh, what a game to be at that Saturday, that Wednesday game, though. Holy smokes, what a game. If you were there, you were treated to a fine hockey game. Yep, Smitty number 94. It's been my number since I was a little lad, but it's for the Movember. Absolutely support Movember. If the Oilers lose, it's because of defense. We could see that. I can get behind that. I think it's a lot more, but I won't be mad at that observation. I think the bottom six need to stop acting like they're the top six. Personally, we need grinders, we need checkers. We need checkers and wreckers out there. We got the goal scorers, we got the top six that's goal scorers. We got the McDavids, we got the Drysaddles, we got the Hymans. You name it, we got it. We got the checkers, now we need the wreckers. Hopefully when that's available, we'll
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, with glowing hearts we rise, strong and free, from God and
sorry, folks, we're just doing some really quick housekeeping.
The Edmonton Oilers seemingly, they've lost exactly one game here since 2002, winning 12 of their last 13 in Sunrise, Florida, and Amerant Bank Arena. Good evening, everyone, alongside Jamal Mayers. I'm Jack Michaels, and that man, Calvin NHL goaltending victories. It would be 3-6-9, and it would even them up with Pecorine and Tom Barrasso. We're underway. Connor McDavid starting on the line with Leon Draisaitl and Connor Brown, Cassie Campbell, Pascal.
Oh, boys, we are underway. I'm a little delayed here. It's been a day. I've had lots of tea. I've had lots to drink. I've had honey. I've had sugar. Let's get this going here, eh?
Yeah, and Chris Knobloch is hopeful that, electing to go with 11 forwards and 7D allows him to play McDavid and Draisaitl just that much more to get them off the snide and getting their offensive game going.
You guys don't want to see an old man's face, do you?
Edmonton and the Florida Panthers, a sweep for the Oilers last year. 4-2 here in Sunrise, and then a dramatic overtime win. Last second game, tying goal by Evan Bouchard, the winner from Leon Draisaitl back in Edmonton. Controlling is Nico Mikkola, the one-time St. Louis Blue. He'll flash it up the right-hand side. No Josh Mahura on the back end of the Florida Panthers. Sam Bennett was banged up most of the year, and he just missed on a centering pass intended for the activating Montour. Evander Kane cut off by Mikkola, and now chipped in from the right-hand side once more by Bennett. Finishing check behind the net. Cody Ceci able to absorb, work it free for Zach Hyman. Belts it on.
Oh, yes. Hello, everybody. Please hit that subscribe button. Let us know that you're here and you have subscribed.
Imagine that's the kind of chance early, Jamal. He doesn't mind.
And that's a great point, Jack, is that you want to get a couple saves early.
I think the Oilers are going to win this game 2-1.
Doesn't matter. He hasn't played in a few weeks. You want to be able to feel that puck early on and let the bench settle in as well.
I just want the bottom six to do what they did against Tampa and the top six to start clicking.
That's Seattle's American Hockey League team that went to Game 7 of the Calder Cup final a year ago.
Oh.
Oilers moved
Here's McLeod. McLeod! Oh, Fogle puts it 5 feet high.
from the slot.
The pitching wedge of Fogle didn't work that time.
Out of the reach of Kevin Stenlin. They'll force it free to the versatile Nick Cousins. Worked up the left-hand side and punched out.
Out the zone it goes.
Hat-trick in this building back in February of 22 and another Oiler victory. Ryan Lomberg
I mean,
control the puck. Backed out of
I could care less if he was playing or not. It's not going to change the fact the Oilers are going to win this game.
fed along by Bobrovsky up the left-hand side to Stephen Lawrence. Throwing in with the injury to Barkov. Threw it over.
Because Florida still has a lot of good players, minus
San Jose
Barkov. They still have a lot of talent.
line here. Draisaitl works in against Florida's fourth line. The Oilers' top
The goalie's not too shabby.
crosses and he was looking for Bouchard back door.
David looking for Bouchard does not happen. 16:43 left in the first period. Shots are 2-1 Florida. So far, so good.
What the Edmonton Oilers want to do, they want to make sure that they're on their game to start. The Panthers do a good job on the entry here, putting up pucks to the net. And the puck
Bobo.
is fairly wide. Watch here as Sam Bennett looks for the back door, and Montour is
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Get out of here.
flashes the left
Yes, they're leaving for the night. Good. Have a good day. Relax.
And I like the fact that they were able to get Connor McDavid out there on the road against the fourth line of the Panthers.
It was interesting, Race. It's definitely showing where AEW is right now. Okay, good play there defensively by the Oilers. Ernie takes it. Ernie has CC with him. Gives it to CC. CC out front. Nobody there. Ernie has it in the opposite corner. Oh, jeez.
NHL goal. That came in the 6-4 loss to Tampa. On Saturday afternoon, Oilers led in that game on multiple occasions, including 4-3 in the third.
Of course, you subscribed to eons ago, but I still like to say subscribe. Give us a little like, you.
Settled by Victor Lewis, Green with a steal of center pass.
Saved by Bacard, giveaway by defenseman on the Oilers. Seems like that's the
Goal of the season the other night in Anaheim. Here's
thing that happens nowadays.
the chance we've seen.
Yeah, and you know what you want
Can you shush, please? I'd appreciate it.
Something you've certainly seen with Knobloch taking over and creating opportunities in front of the net. And then defensive-wise, they try to...
The devil?
Reverse play that doesn't work out, gets turned over. But again, Pickard does a great job of being aggressive, gets to the top of the crease, smothers it with no second...
Don't be sorry, man. It was a matinee game. You didn't miss nothing. Honestly.
Pickard in the NHL. His brother Chet was a first-round pick. Calvin drafted in the second round by Colorado.
Oh, you missed a good game, I guess. Oilers dominated for the entire game, minus 40 seconds, and 40 seconds, 2 goals. That's how the game ended. Oilers just need to be better for a whole 60. Play a whole 60 and you'll win games. The card's looking good.
You watch here as the Panthers do a good job.
I know quite a bit about Picard and his stats.
Middle lane drive pushes the defense of the Oilers back, but Pickard does a nice job.
What do you want to know?
With traffic in front, and again, no rebounds, able to smother that for a whistle.
Chris Knobloch, 2-1 as Oilers head coach. Calvin Pickard.
Mushu, enough. Thank you.
He's been at the American Hockey League level at some point. Ryan McLeod sends it in deep. Vogel able to contain. Rodriguez looking to spin away from traffic. Reversed ultimately by Stenlund, but having trouble getting there is Kulikov. That one is second.
What do you want to know about Picard and his stats? He first played in 2014-15 with Colorado. Got into 16 games. Played in Colorado again for 20 games in 15-16. So 14-15 Colorado, 15-16 Colorado, 16-17 Colorado. He had 6 wins, 7 losses in his rookie year with Colorado. After that, 7-6. What a save! What a save! Let's go, Oilers. Get this fucking thing going, though. And that was tipped, so no ice. 15-16, 7-6, 15-31. Went to Toronto, played 1 game. Went to Philadelphia, played 11. Had a winning record in Philly. Was in Arizona Coyotes. Goal! Connor McDavid! Holy shit.
Yeah. I've been skating on your whole team, Connor McDavid. Young player, but I'm in the league. Connor McDavid anticipated when I came in. We be winning when the game is. I've been skating on your whole team, Connor McDavid. Young player, but I'm in the league. Connor McDavid anticipated when I came in. We be winning when the game is. Woo! Yeah. I've been skating on your whole team, Connor McDavid. Young player, but I'm in the league. Connor McDavid.
So, yeah, his save percentage is a .903 in his career, so not bad. We're not looking at a bad goalie. Just not a star caliber goalie by any means of the imagination. Here's Kane. Oh, Hyman with a little tippy. Shut up, please.
There's an icing call coming against Ekman-Larsson with 12:39 to go in the first.
Kane beats two guys in the neutral zone. Whoop, one under the stick there. Comes in. He's looking to make a one-stop play to the front of the ground. I like to see him shoot that puck there, but he doesn't.
Doing things on the fly here, guys.
Woohoo. With that physicality, that rare breed of athlete that he is, he has the skill set and he's physical as well. So hard to play against.
Top line right back out there. Jamal's Drysdale wins the faceoff. McDavid flicked it back to that goal. Put down low for Bouchard. Spin move McDavid. Short side save.
Oh, McDavid tripped up. No call coming. No, can't get calls. That's okay.
Awoken something the NHL doesn't want any part of. And by the way, no stick for Sergei Bobrovsky as it's twisted off the glass and out. But that was a confident-looking move to the middle by McDavid, who at his best has that explosive.
Yeah, that's the ESPN is laggy for updating stats. I apologize. We're at 12:04 real time right now. 2 shots for Florida, 1 shot for Edmonton, 1 goal for Edmonton, 2 saves for.
Wanting that puck. Every time someone gets it, he's moving his feet, looking to get it back.
I mean, 64 goals a year. Maybe one on a one-timer. I mean, that's not. So when that goes.
No, I think you start Skinner next game.
Feeling like this could be your night, I imagine.
I think regardless how this game goes, you start Skinner, and you maybe play Picard against Washington. Washington isn't scary like they used to be. They're not a very good team this year.
Shovel up the right-hand side. Well, you were when you and Ace were tearing up man.
That's right.
Stenley. Rust off the puck. McLeod and Vogel keep it down low. Oilers have won just 4 of the 10 games where they've scored first this season. Trying to change that tonight against the Florida club with 5.
Derek Ryan scores! Evander Kane make it 2! Jesus, kid.
So this line now is building off of what
Okay, let's not collapse and sit back like we did with Tampa. Let's keep that gas pedal going. Keep the good times rolling. Let's keep them good times rolling, folks. Keep them good times rolling. Rochambeau, as they say in Louisiana. Rochambeau.
Also, Ryan McLeod
I like it.
to make the play initially to Ryan to get it across. And that's exactly what they want from Ryan McLeod. Put yourself in a position to make a play, even if you take a big shot.
You're going to get hit. You can make plays off the wall and make it look. And that little play that he made
That's a hand pass.
to Ryan. And now Ryan's a dangerous.
You think so, Peter? You think Washington's playing well this month?
Off the whistle.
I'll take your word for it. I watch all their games too. Although I watch everybody's games all the time. I'm a loser and I got nothing better to do with my time.
McDavid celebrates. Kane adds another.
This period brought to you
Like,
by Scotiabank.
I wouldn't say they're doing well, considering who they've played.
Delicious.
Like I'll give you that they beat Vegas the other night 3-0. But
Pepsi Zero Sugar. Great taste, zero sugar.
who they've played, the Sharks, the Blue Jackets, the Islanders, I mean,
every day. But sometimes
50-50, glass half full, glass half empty.
which is why
But I understand what you're saying. They've turned it around, absolutely. But I just feel like the teams they've played this month, New Jersey, who's kind of on a downswing for some strange reason, Florida beat them. They've played the Blue Jackets, the Islanders twice, and the Sharks to end the month of October. But no, I get you. I won't bash you. I won't bash that pick at all. It'll be interesting to see what Washington team shows up, for sure. I'm more worried about what Oiler team is going to show up. Like, it seems like they're Jekyll and Hyde. They're either really, really good or really, really bad. There is no in-between with this Oiler team. It's either they're really good or just shit on a shingle. All right. Yes, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Oof. Oh, jeez. Kachuk didn't like that a little bit, eh? That was a penalty for roughing? Wow, ref, you are tight. Tight like my ex-wife's Yahoo.
You mentioned, McDavid, 4 games without a goal on the road. That was his worst streak ever. Hard to believe.
It really is.
This is Saskatchewan.
This is his 9th year.
And we're making too much out of it almost.
Yeah.
We've never really seen him struggle offensively.
I mean, but Race, look, like I said, who did they play though? Do you really want me to go back and look at all their games in the last 10? Who have they played? The Islanders, the San Jose's, the Florida that they lost to, the Devils who played back-to-back, Vegas. Vegas and New Jersey are the only 2, and the Devils played on a back-to-back. Like, I get what you're saying. I get what you guys are saying about Washington should be scary, but I ain't worried. I ain't worried one damn bit. Good D there by the Oilers PK. CC and Nurse out there. McLeod with Derek Ryan. So 4th line out there with top line defense. Interesting. No more freaking bounces off the skates. That Tampa game was way too fluky. Bounces off of skates. This team needs to figure out how to get the pucks out. Although that could have been a trip against Montador. You can't really take the player out. But, again, you're going to call ticky-tack bullshit like that Kane thing. You better call it both ways. Nothing irritates me more than refs that game manage. Just hooking in front of the net. Oh, just deadly. Yeah, like I said, you want to call ticky-tacky bullshit? Call ticky-tacky bullshit both ways.
And this time, he creates an Oiler power play. So the Panthers get one on the man advantage. Now the Oilers will look to answer. It's a hold on Anton Lindell. McDavid busts his way inside. And Edmonton on the power play.
I'm just saying, you want to talk ticky-tack bullshit?
Advice.
Call it both ways.
Everybody's got some advice.
Heard about NFTs?
There are books on advice, even shows on advice.
Yeah, I was happy for Ovi to get that cup.
One size fits all.
I was definitely happy for Ovi to get that cup. Now he's a for sure Hall of Famer, regardless of the numbers. He's a cup champion. And guys, that to me, that's my Hall of Fame requirement. You have to win a cup. You win a cup and you've got numbers, instant Hall of Famer. If you don't win a cup but you have okay numbers, you're not a Hall of Famer. You're a star player, you're a good player, but you're not a Hall of Famer. And that's just how I view the Hall of Fame. That's why I don't like seeing guys in the Hall of Fame that have never won cups. What made him a Hall of Fame player? What made him a Hall of Fame player? Yes, now we're on the power play. Yep. Bullshit call. I don't think that was a power play any other game. I don't think that was a power play for any other situation. But these refs are game managing, and it's garbage. Good question. Should Edmonton trade for Laine? Laine doesn't want to come to Canada. I'm so sick and tired of talking about teams players that don't want to come to Canada.
He did add, as Jack and Jamal were standing by, is that the video coach for the Edmonton Oilers, Noah Siegel, sent Connor some of his goals, videos of what he was able to accomplish last season. I would say, Jack and Jamal, the way Connor has started tonight, he watched that video and it's had an impact on his game.
Laine doesn't want to play in Canada. A lot of players have a no Canada trade clause, and it's bullshit. It's like you want to be in the best league in the world, but you don't want to play in front of the best fans in the world. Why? Because the media might be tough on you when you lose? So fucking what? Like, that's why I lost so much respect for Stamkos, Kachuk, Goudreau. I could name names for days. I don't want to play in Canada. I like living where nobody cares if we win or lose. Oh, that could have been. What a play. Shots are now 6-7 for Florida. 8:07 left to go in the first period. 1:21 left on the Oilers' power play.
So aggressive on Connor McDavid in the corner. A great job on the entry here by Draisaitl, just staying on the hunt. And a good support by McDavid. When McDavid gets this puck in the corner, for whatever reason, Ekblad decides he's going to chase him. Poor decision, because McDavid jumps by him and finds Draisaitl on the back door.
Number 1 overall pick in 14, Ekblad. Number 1 overall pick in 15, McDavid. Ekblad.
Yeah, I still don't like San Jose Anaheim. Just because we're their rivals in the playoffs, right? For so many years it was San Jose Anaheim. San Jose Anaheim.
Shoulder surgery, broken foot, and a torn oblique. And yet, he stayed out there. As Florida lost at 5 to the Vegas Golden Knights in the Stanley Cup Final. Draisaitl, little give to Nugent Hopkins.
Draisaitl looking for McDavid. Oh my God, we're just not.
And Edmonton's top unit will change here. With still a healthy 45 seconds left on the power play. Pinker briefly caught no man's land. Now with a handoff to Nurse. McLeod, Kane, and Warren Fogle heading to the Philippines, but he was bumped off the puck and was wristed down the other way by Ekblad.
Well, no, it wasn't even Toronto. It's just he was never leaving Tampa. Why leave a place where it's warm, you get tax-free, you can make $17 million a year, and it's all your money. You don't give any to the tax man.
The Panthers do such a good job holding the line.
I don't know what this ref is on.
Going to the box for the second time already in this hockey game. Certainly not happy with the call.
Yeah, Nurse was really unhappy with that call on Kane.
Tell me you want to game manage without telling you want me to game manage. Honestly, Florida has some of the best fans. Not Florida, sorry. Arizona has a lot of good diehard fans. They just get a bad rep.
It's really an unfortunate call. I know that Ekblad's trying to jump by and be a part of it, but it's really a non-consequential play away from the puck. You don't really want to see taking those types of penalties, but got to be a little bit smarter.
No, like, all Canadian market fans are diehards. Like, and that's what the players don't like, is because when you're winning, things are fucking great. But when you're losing, man, those fans turn on you. No, I agree with you. I agree with you, Peter. Montreal has some really great fans. And it just does bother me that you are the best athletes in the world at your profession for the NHL, and you refuse to play in Canada because you don't want to deal with criticism. Then go to Russia, go to Ukraine, go to Sweden. Don't play in the NHL then. But hey, they're allowed to sign their contracts and make their decisions. They're grown-ass men, apparently. .58 seconds left to go in the second power play for Florida. They are 1 for 1 so far. Edmonton is 0 for 1.
The idea is you got to pressure this entry, make it a little harder for the Panthers to gain the zone.
You're okay, Ryan. You're all good. It's going to be a 7-5 goal-scoring fest. Yeah, I was shocked by how dedicated Columbus Blue Jacket fans are. Oh my goodness, I can't show that. So if anybody wants to hide it or show it, that is up to you guys. This isn't a website for that there, Bear. No, I know you're totally joking, but I was going to click on it, and I was like, no, I better not, because I don't want to get slapped in the face by Northern Farm Girl. Hey, what's up, guys? I disagree. Oh, man, yeah. Those are the days. AOL Online, AIM. Oh, I had AIM back in the day. I didn't have MSN Messenger. I had AIM. That was my go-to. I'm spam. I mean, are you the good spam that you can eat, or are you that other spam that you don't want in your junk mail? 4:38 left to go in the first period. Scores 2-1 Edmonton. Shots are 8-6 for Florida. 0 for 1 power play for the Oilers. 1 for 2 for Florida, and Bouchard just so weak. So weak. Bouchard, you're so weak on the puck. I can't even say it's bad bounces anymore. I just think it's bad fire. I don't know what this team is. I don't know how to fix this team. What's going to fix this team? How to... Like... Just stay in the fucking play! If you don't have a stick, stay in the fucking play!
Florida Panthers team, they can smell it. And Mikola does a good job of not getting that shot blocked. Ekholm puts stick on puck. Mikola pulls it in just ever so slightly and beats Pickard.
All that because Bouchard doesn't know how to be stronger on his fucking stick. A simple little stick lift and you lost the puck behind your net? Get tougher, you fucking pussy. Fucking Trice, this defense is bad. Which one do you trade, Nurse or Bouchard, to make this team better? No, that's Ken Holland's fault. No, that's Dustin Schwartz's fault, right?
terrific start on the road has been wiped out on the part of Edmonton.
Like, so sick and tired of this guy playing defense. You can score goals, good for you. But you're a fucking defenseman. Main job is to keep pucks out of your net. And you don't do a very good job at it. How are you going to give up that goal? Because one player broke his stick. Don't know how his stick broke, but instead of staying in the play and in the fight like you should, or watching that your player has the puck, it's just a calamity of fucking errors with this defense. Ekholm is making them, Bouchard makes them, CC makes them, Nurse makes them. Like, fuck me, seems like the only decent defenseman we have is Kulak on this team. That's fucking sad when you think Kulak might be the best defenseman on this team. Ugh. Nurse isn't the problem. He's also on the ice for 95% of the goals scored, too. Nurse plays a lot. Like, we can't hide the fact that he plays 30 minutes a game. It's just frustrating that you have a 2-goal lead and you do the sloppy play in your own zone. Just can't fucking figure out your defensive side of things.
25th anniversary of Hockey Fights Cancer. Tonight's Oilers mega 50-50 raffle is in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation, created to continue the legacy of Ben's big heart and generosity with the goal of helping children and families fighting.
I'll agree with that. Coffee makes his defense look better than they are, for sure. But you can only do so much when you got a guy like Bouchard that refuses to figure out the little details of the game. And I'll be honest with you, if the Oilers lose both Nurse and Bouchard, it wouldn't be the end of the world. It wouldn't be the end of the world. If they get 2 all-star defensemen for Bouchard and Nurse that want to play defense, that's icing apparently. Makes no sense to me.
So McDavid and Kane early. Oilers led 2-0, 9 minutes in. Penalty on Kane. Verhaeghe capitalizes. And then Nico Mikkola with just the 7th NHL goal of his career. Panthers working around a blast by Ekblad and a save by Pickard.
Just no sense of urgency at all for this Oilers team.
Ekblad on the puck retrieval. Bumped by Kulak. Spins on Ryan. Hand off to Forsling. Matthew Tkachuk. Wrist shot disappears into Pickard's leather.
Introducing the Kraken Gold Spiced Rum. Rich beyond words with a velvety smooth finish.
Bake, I hope you enjoy that game, man. I really hope you enjoy that game. No, Ekholm won't be 100% till maybe March.
Hammer at Bank Arena, 2-2. 2:22 to play in this first period. McDavid lining up against the versatile Anton Lundell. Called upon to replace Barkov on the top line. Wrist shot to Durant.
7 to 10 Oiler players right now are dealing with injuries. It is what it is. It's part of being a professional athlete. You deal with the injuries. That's why it says, are you hurt or are you injured? Can you play hurt? No. Can you play injured? Yep.
As that puck got one to the point.
Off the draw, slashing at it, Bouchard. McDavid looking to locate. Puck working a scramble of skates there. Finally pulled out by Luos Serena. He's checked by McDavid. Pinned him against the wall. And a lead pass Ekholm to Draisaitl. Ultimately fielded by Mikkola. He's waxed against the boards. A centering pass went off a skate.
I'm just sick of the bad bounces that we've had the last 2 games. Tampa scored 2 goals off of crazy bounces.
Well, McDavid doing a great job defensively early on in this shift. As he wins the battle along the boards.
Well, I'm not saying excuse. It's not an excuse.
A really good play here to make. Closes quickly.
But it's the injuries that this Oilers team has that
You're gonna have to leave the zone defensively.
affects them.
And watch here, the puck gets to the front of the net. What I really like here is Ekholm comes back to the front of the net and buries a guy looking for that rebound to protect his goaltender.
Notice, ladies and gentlemen, he said he really likes that.
It's Draisaitl's broken wrist that's affecting him. It's Kane's wrist from getting stitches and his arm sliced affecting him. Oblique for Ekholm and McDavid. Hip for Brown. It's just... I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you facts. And whether you like it or not, those are facts. This team has almost every star player on it dealing with injuries. And no, not every team has their star players all dealing with injuries at the same fucking time.
Panthers come in 11-5-1. The Oilers 5-10-1. Their 3-game winning streak coming to an end in Tampa on Saturday.
1 minute left to go in the first period. 1 minute remaining. Shots are 12-6 for Florida. Scores 2-2. Florida's 1 for 2 on the power play. Edmonton's 0 for 1 on the power play.
12 games last year in the Stanley Cup playoffs before bowing to Vegas in the final. Here's a steal by Vogel, side of the net. What a lift it would be for Edmonton to regain the lead here. And Hyman wins another.
They're not regaining the lead here. What do you mean?
Shoved against the boards by Ekman Larson. Had his helmet popped off. Ekman Larson has to hustle off the ice.
Shoot!
He lines one up. Nugent Hopkins back to Ceci. Pressure up top. Stolen away.
Goals by McDavid and Kane, assisted by Draisaitl, Bouchard, Ryan, and McLeod. Florida answered with goals from Varhage and Mikkola.
To snuff that one out.
The Panthers forwards do such a good job of staying connected, whether it's through the neutral zone or in the offensive zone. They're not more than 10 feet away from each other. Those little quick plays make it difficult. And if the play gets broken, just like it did there, they're able to follow it up and get basically something out of nothing because they're so close support anywhere they're along the ice, especially.
Yeah, broken fingers are not fun. You know what they say though? Don't stick your finger, wouldn't you, where you wouldn't stick your pecker.
Chuck pass with Bennett. They're always around the puck. They're always staying close to each other to create opportunities. They're not fantastic skaters. They're smart hockey players that understand the give-and-go game.
Nice complement of skill and jam with those two as well.
No, I respect that, Margaret. I respect that. 12 seconds left, and that's the first period, folks. Or is it? Holy fuck. Wow. They almost scored again with less than a second left. Get your shit together, Edmonton. Honestly.
And Mikkola bounced back for the Florida Panthers, and we played 20 minutes and settled nothing. And David Amber was right. Amber back. And that was tipped by Handel and a save by Swayman.
1-1 after 1, Boston, Tampa. 10 minutes, the Stars and Rangers start. Colorado, Nashville also starts in 10 minutes. Later tonight, the Kings and the Coyotes play.
Sorelli is back playing defense, and he stops the play. DeBrusque up there with 21 seconds remaining in this power play for the Bruins. DeHaan, strong with the puck, moves it down the ice, right on Swayman. Winning the battle along the boards, especially shorthanded. That's where the Lightning
No, you're right. At least we're not losing. Yeah.
Radish into the corner, and a very entertaining first period comes to an end between the two top teams in the led.
Yeah, no, the Oilers are a fragile team right now. Unfortunately, this team, and I hate to harp on it, it was the coach. It was the coach trying to change the system. And I know a lot of you love Woodcroft and what he did while he was here. But it's not what you did last year and it's not what you did the year before. It's what you did now. You changed the fucking entire system. And obviously some players were not happy with that. And it showed. But do I think he should have got fired over it? No. But you can't go change the system and expect things to work. And when they're not working, keep the system going. Like, can't have that. Out of town scoreboards. Because that's what we do here. Edmonton 2, Florida 2 after 1. After 1, Boston 1, Tampa 1. Rangers and Stars start at 8. Colorado and Nashville starts at 8. LA, Arizona starts at 9. Calgary, Seattle start at 10. San Jose, Vancouver start at 10. No games on tomorrow as it is American Thanksgiving. Enjoy your turkey. I know I will. Turkey, gravy, stuffing, chicken. Ooh, baby. Yes, tomorrow is American Thanksgiving and I do celebrate it as a Canadian because I like me turkey. We are back live November 22nd when the Edmonton Oilers are in Carolina to take on the Hurricanes. 5 o'clock start on the Mountain Times. Ugh. They have gone back to the old system, BW. That's the thing that people aren't realizing, is they have gone back to the old system, and it's been working. Unfortunately, some guys on this defense just don't know how to play defense. I'm only blaming Woodcroft because of the system he tried to implement on a team that doesn't play that way. On a team that will never play that way until they trade for bottom 6 players that are willing to sacrifice their bodies. Now look, Woodcroft's system would have worked had one of two things happened. Had the bottom 6 bought in and been like, hey, we aren't out here to score goals. We aren't out here to be the Connor McDavids, the Leon Draisaitl's, the Hymans, the Hopkins. We're a bottom 6 that is out here to block shots and chew up minutes for the team to keep the puck out of the net. And unfortunately, we got bottom 6 guys that think they're top line superstars. Our bottom 6 aren't bottom 6. Our bottom 6 are top 2 lines that are asked to do a role they can't do. It's a mindset to go down and block a 100-mile-an-hour shot with your rib cage, with your face, with your knees. It's a mindset, and this Oilers team doesn't have it. To a man, this Oilers team does not have the mindset of keeping the puck out of the net. So yes, it is on Woodcroft. After the first 5 games when it wasn't working, it wasn't clicking, he should have adjusted and went back to last year's system and said, okay guys, Let's get back to what worked. Let's get back to the 3-2 run and gun. Yeah, we're going to get scored on quite a bit, but we can outscore our problems. It wasn't happening, and that's why it was on him. Because it's easier to fire a coach than it is to trade 5 players. Whether you like it or not, it fell on the coach. No, how do I say this without throwing, like Margaret said, how do I say this without throwing a popular guy under the bus? How do I articulate? After the Vegas series, I'll just say this. After the Vegas series and how Vegas played, a player or players went to Woodcroft and said, hey, something's not working. Something's not gelling. We need to learn how to play better defense. Maybe if we implemented the Vegas defensive system, we'd be able to keep the pucks out of our net better. It didn't work. Who are those guys? I won't throw them under the bus. They were not forwards. But, again, they went to Woodcroft and asked what could they do to better their defensive side. That was the plan of action. Go to the 1-3-1. But you had no buy-in. You had no buy-in. The bottom 6 doesn't play 1-3-1. The bottom 6 isn't good enough defensively. Through no fault of their own. It's just they're not those type of players. And the Oilers need to acquire these cheap, veteran, 3rd or 4th line players that are willing to take a slap shot to the nuts once in a while. If you can find these low offer 4th line guys that are willing to put their bodies on the line, game in, game out, you're going to have something come playoff time. For now, you've got Derek Ryan, you've got Sam Gagner, you've got Ernie. Those 3, they're willing to do that. But McLeod, Fogle, Janmark, Hopkins isn't a true 3rd liner. I don't like when he's on the 3rd line center. I get it opens up depth, but he's not a 3rd line player. So until we get guys that are all in, buying in, we're going to see this nightly, where they can't hold leads and they can't play in the defensive zone. But still a playoff team. Pickard isn't playing as bad as I thought he would. I'll be completely honest with you. This isn't on Pickard. This is on a team in front of him that just refuses to play defense. Adam, do enforcers still have a role in the game? Absolutely they do. Otherwise, you got artards like Marchand and Kachuk running around with no capability and no accountability. I believe there is room for this enforcer to play. That's exactly it, BW. A couple players asked for it, and they couldn't follow through on it. It sucks when you ask for something and the coach does what you ask for, and you still falter. They have Hyman, but they need more. They need a bottom six that's willing to pay the price, and they don't have it. You're off the rails all the time, and that's why I personally love you, Northern Farm Girl. You take the rails and you go wee, sunshine and rainbows, man, sunshine and rainbows. You could say we missed that, but not for what they wanted. Like, I can't stress, we don't miss that. I can't stress that we don't miss Costin playing top 6 minutes in Detroit. And do you want me to look up Costin's numbers in Detroit? As well as Bukestad. What is he playing in Arizona? Is he playing the third line in Arizona? No. Is he playing the fourth line in Arizona? No. He's playing on their top 2 lines and getting points. Because in their systems, they're top 2. In our system, they're third line. Players don't want to play third or fourth line anymore. Everybody wants to be the goal scorer nowadays. Everybody wants to be the goal scorer. Who asked Woody? I can confirm one name, and because I know he doesn't watch this channel, I can confirm one name that asked Woody. Darnell Nurse asked Woody to change the system to what Vegas played. Darnell Nurse went to Woody's office and said, hey, can we get a system kind of like Vegas? Well, Nurse, you got what you asked for, and you were working in it. That is one thing I will say. Darnell Nurse adjusted and was playing well in the 1-3-1. Everyone else, not so much. I agree with you. We have one of the best teams in the NHL. We just got to figure out what identity do we have. Are we going to be the sit back when we get a lead and hope we don't get scored on? Or are we going to be that badass team that's going to score 5 on you because we push the pace? Yeah, I agree. Watch how. But that's also part of the cherry-picking style that the Florida Panthers play. I know who you're talking about, Margaret. He retired 2 years ago, right? We need more physicality, but not at the price tag that Costin and Bush. Like when I say we need more physicality, yes, but not at the price tag that those guys were asking. So I guess I'm a little jaded when you talk about Costin and Bjorkstrand because their price tags aren't Oilers feasible. Hey, Renegade. Oh, don't be talking about lollipops. I got some chocolate balls over here, though. I got some chocolate coins and chocolate balls. And no, not the South Park reference. No. This team is trying to get back to playing run and gun. And it will. We're, 3 games into this coach's regime? He'll get it back. You're going to see a different team come January, February, March. A team that's in the playoffs and has swagger back. Adam, I agree. I need to work on my Spanish. I agree, man. Maybe that's something that I'll take. I'll take a Spanish class. Dude, your videos are spot on. I'm not even lying when I say I've watched your videos probably like 4 or 5 times. That last one where you called out the PA member for the NHL, that was hilarious. I'm like, he went after him. He went after him. Here, I'll put this in perspective. Because we want to talk so highly about players that were here but aren't here anymore. And just because we're talking... Bukestad, 17 games played. 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points. Okay. So he's got 10 points in 17 games. On the top 2 lines for Arizona.
Only once in the NHL have 2 brothers played in goal against each other. Ken and Dave Dryden. They played each other 8 times. 2 of those times.
Now we'll go to Detroit's roster, and I'll tell you what Clem Costin's overall stats are.
Second round pick Calvin took on his brother, and first round pick Chet. In the Western Hockey League, Calvin with Seattle, Chet with Tri-Cities. Now, Chet did play some exhibition games
this year. Clem Costin.
Never in the regular season. However, the two
14 games played. 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points, +1. Average ice time per game, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Top 2 lines. Again, you've got 2 points in 14 games played. I think the Oilers dodged a bullet on Costin there. That's just my thoughts. And we're underway in period number 2.
At minus 15-degree weather. I'm just going to drill you. So 2-2, brand new hockey game. And Pickard starts with another save from the corner as it's forced up the left-hand side to McDavid by Matthias Ekholm. Defending is Forsland. And that puck climbs out of play. 22 seconds into the second period. Here's a look at Pickard's night thus far.
You know what? He's not a huge guy by standards of goaltender standards of today, but he's very aggressive.
Hey man, I'm happy that Picard is playing as well as he is. I will take it. Oilers just need to push the pace. Push the pace and it'll be okay.
Just kind of envelopes that puck, gets the whistle, and looks cool, calm, and collected. He's not a young guy, so this new opportunity for him is not going to phase him.
Oh.
Pass to the middle.
What a save made on Draisaitl by Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky?
How he doesn't have his customary 12 to 15 goals at this point of the year. Boy, he's had some good
Because he's got a broken wrist.
Sunshine State. That one appeared to be denied by Bobrovsky. 35 years of age, Sergei Bobrovsky. 31, Calvin Pickard.
No, he deserved it. He always said, I don't blame Bukestad at all. He always said, I'm just catching up on the chat now. He always said he was coming back to Arizona. That this stint in Edmonton was a short-term stint. He's loyal to that team, and I respect the hell out of him. He is Sam Gagner's Edmonton. He is loyal to the Oil. Sam Gagner is as loyal to Edmonton as Bukestad is to Arizona. I don't blame him at all. If you thought that's what it was, no, I don't blame him at all for taking the money. Absolutely not.
Working his way, punched away, and ultimately Zach Hyman under control will bring it up the center for the Oilers. CC activating as Jamal mentioned.
The Oilers made the playoffs, Renegade. It's just where will they finish 1 through 8?
The Panthers back their way through the middle.
It's going to be a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but this team is going to make the playoffs and be better in the playoffs for it. You don't want to skate into the playoffs with no adversity. Look at Boston last year. Best team in the league, no adversity ever, got ousted in round one. You want to face the adversity. You want to know that you could... That's way offside. Holy smokes. Nah, Peter, we won't. I fully believe we're going to get the swagger back before the end of November here.
This is just a fantastic glove save by Bobrovsky. He's frustrated, goes to the bench, dejected, is wondering how the heck...
I love chocolate balls, but fireballs, shots, moonshine from Alberta. I've heard the moonshine from Banff Moonshine, the mountains. Crystal clear, man. Like, you can... You want to burn the hairs down your chest, drink the moonshine from Banff. Not a big drinker myself, but I've heard, ooh, that's a high stick. Fogle gets a stick in the mush, no call coming. That's a hand pass. Thank you, ref. 17:07 to go. Shush it. Shush it.
There's a heck of amount of pressure on the wingers for the Oilers. I'd like to see that engagement happen closer to the blue line. When it happens at the top of the circles along the boards, you're going to turn pucks over and someone's going to recover.
Bukestad didn't want $2 million from Edmonton, though. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm that far behind on the chat, guys. Bukestad didn't want $2 million from Edmonton. He wanted $5 million. Because of the Canada tax. And yeah, that's a thing. Canada tax, and it sucks. There you go, Kane. Get that physical play going. And there's Nurse flubbing a pass, and just like that. A shot. Let's go, Desharnais. Fight! Fight! Ding, 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 ding. Round one. Good on both players there. Both fighters had a good fight there. Good scrap, good scrap.
And Gadjevich is trying to make his presence known. A great response by Desharnais. Obviously,
no, you didn't go too far at all, Adam. You didn't go far enough, man. You're right on that. For anybody to think that Arizona doesn't sell out, yeah. They got other teams in their building. Duh! What do you think, that everybody's just going to cheer for Arizona in every building? We got whenever we play teams in Edmonton, the road team travels with people that want to watch their road team. If they live in Edmonton and they don't cheer for the Oilers and their team is in town, absolutely. Like, what you said was spot on, dude. No. I agree with you, Peter. I love Adam Ernie. I think he's going to be a fine fourth liner. I think he does everything you want him to do. You just don't notice it. We want flashy. I don't know why we as Oilers fans expect flashy from everybody. Bouchard loses the puck again. Because why? Because Bouchard is a useless... Oh, Bouchard, if you knew how to play in your own zone behind your own net, it'd be dangerous. Bouchard jumps up and takes a shot. Maybe we should just go out and make Bouchard and Nurse 2 forwards.
Just a heads-up play, smart hockey play by Leon Draisaitl. But it all starts with this save.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, Robert. I'm worried that McDavid's going to try and do it all himself.
Picker flashes the blocker. But this play's made in the defensive zone.
Agree with you, Peter. They did go to the Cup as the 8th seed.
Draisaitl is such a smart hockey player. He leaves early to negate the icing and control that puck. Gets in the hands of McDavid, and he does a nice job of holding on to it and getting it to the front of the net for opportunity.
Yeah, I agree with you. But this is the first time in 13 years the Alouettes have won the Grey Cup. Give it to them, I guess. Let them have their one every 13 years. As a Rough Rider fan, I do respect the hell out of the Blue Bomber fans. I just don't like the team. I hate the Blue Bombers with a passion. The fans are douchebags sometimes, but they're good peoples. Bunch of banjo-loving rednecks. Moose milk is always good. I've never had moose milk. I've had goat's milk and I've had cow's milk. I've had almond milk. Never had moose milk. Interesting. Yeah, Adam, we know Bukestead is the man. We know. We get it. You guys stole him. Well, you had him. You lost him. You stole him back. I get it. Good on him. I agree. It would be nice to convert one of these guys, Nurse or Bouchard, to a forward. Depends on if their team is winning or not. I'll be completely honest with you. If the Eskimos and the Stampeders are winning, then this province loves their teams. But if they're not winning, they're fair weather fans. You get a few diehards here and there, but the average fan is average fan. Unlike the Rough Riders, there's no average about us. We are all in all the time. What else can you do in Saskatchewan? There's nothing else to watch for professional sports. Picard, big save there again. Let's go! Why did my TV go funky? Oh no. Apparently we got a storm going on outside. Draisaitl, McDavid! He's hauled down, penalty shot! Yeah! Penalty shot for McDavid! Let's go!
McDavid's getting up pretty slowly. This all starts in the defensive zone. Another.
I hope he's fucking okay though.
By Kevin Pickard. As Reinhardt moves it across, a great pass by Forsling to the back door, to the streaking Ekblad, and they go the other way we do. Indirect pass to McDavid, up to the races, tries to chip it over the shoulder, goes into the boards quite hard. We've got a penalty shot.
McDavid head-to-head against Sergei Bobrovsky to regain the lead for the Edmonton Oilers.
Nothing wrong with the banjo. 3-2 Edmonton, Connor McDavid! Oh, that's Evander King goal. No. Can you stop, please, sir? I'll take you outside in a second.
Woo!
Connor McDavid.
Yeah. I be skating on your whole team, Connor McDavid. Young player, but I'm in the league. Connor McDavid anticipated when I came in. We be winning when the game.
I'll be right back, folks. I gotta take my dog out, apparently. Nothing wrong with the banjo bowl at all. There is nothing wrong with the banjo. Unless you're from Winnipeg and you play the banjo with your sisters. I love you, Winnipeg fans!
As good as Lindell is, it's not a favorable matchup for him to go head-to-head with Connor.
Not all game. Alexander Barkov in that 4-on-4. You'd have to think he would have been out there. Still 4-on-4. Oilers now with a 3-2 lead. McDavid, the penalty shot, his 6th. Comes 5 minutes into this second period. Darnell Nurse under control. The drop off from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Picks up speed through the neutral zone. Redirected on the skate. And Evander Kane almost got one to go off the ricochet. Bobrovsky, a tricky save. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Challenged by the Wolves to read it. Through the middle to Evander Kane. Stick belonging to Verhage goes awry. He soccered it, and then Broberg fell down. And an opportunity. Set up by Mikkola. Broberg fell down, and Florida cashes in. This may go to Mikkola. I'm not sure Rodriguez ever actually made contact with the puck. Nico Mikkola might have his first career 2-goal game.
Well, this is just a series of bad luck here at the neutral zone. Aaron Sick goes flying in the air for Hagee. Broberg ends up tripping over it. And then Mikkola tries to get that puck across the crease. It doesn't quite make it. I think you're right. I guess he gets credited with his second goal of the game. And the Oilers have to be shaking their heads with bad luck that they just received, but continue to play the way.
Holy fuck, if this team had no luck, you'd have bad luck all day, every day. What a fucking joke.
Things happen, they'll keep going.
Ugh.
So it'll be Mikkola.
What a joke.
Verhage.
This team can't just get out of its own way. I don't know.
Against Florida find themselves tied again. Just a minute 8 after McDavid had given them the lead with his 3rd penalty shot goal, which is a franchise record for the Edmonton Oilers.
I don't know what this Oilers team is. We've got to get rid of some defense. We've got to get rid of our bottoms. We need players that
It's my fault. I made a mistake. It was an accident. Something
will help keep the puck out of our net. We're all offense all the time, and we don't have a defenseman that can help keep the puck out. There's Broberg. Nice little giveaway, Broberg. Good job, bud. Like, all our defense seem like they're offensive defensemen. Broberg, Bouchard, Nurse. Ekholm seems like he's the only one that's defensive minded. Kulak rips her off the post. I don't know. I don't know what this. That's interference. You can't pull the guy's stick out. Like, fuck, like.
Corralled by Draisaitl as he builds speed. It's rocking it up the middle. Tapped by Harris. And then a high stick follow through. Mikkola caught Derek Ryan. It went undetected.
Undetected. It didn't get called because the NHL's not going to call that. Oh. Good evening, Stephanie. How are you? 3-3 halfway through the second period. Shots are 18-13 for Florida. 0 for 1 are the Oilers on the power play. 1 for 2 for Florida. Penalty shot goal by McDavid after scooping in the scoring. Sandwiched by Kane. So McDavid, Kane, McDavid. Florida answers with 3 goals.
And ultimately out of play on a tip by Matthias Ekholm. 11-12 remaining second period. We are.
I'll tell you right now, the way we're looking, you're right. Broberg has no future in Edmonton. Trade him for assets at this point. This team needs to figure out how they can get defensive defensemen for cheap. Enough, I will say this. Enough drafting these offensive defensemen fucktards. Picard's in net and he's doing well. He's doing better than expected. It's just the defense in front of him can't figure out how to stay out of their own way. I'm with you, Ryan. Ryan on the Facebook side just said, at this point, I think me and the boys could get out there and play better D and get in the way of pucks. This is nuts. I couldn't have said that any better. You put my beer league team out there. Yeah, we may not skate fast as the wind, but we can make that one-touch play out of our zone and block a fucking ton of shots. You put my beer league team out there, we will block shots, we will clear the front of the net. We will do the things that need to get done to win hockey games. We may not score, but hey, we'll pass it to the players on the team that will. This team lacks defensive-minded people. It's I don't know what's going to fix this team. Maybe trading away some of our salary players to get hard-nosed players that want to play, that want to keep the puck out of the net. They're out there. They're cheap.
Talking to the trainer on the bench. Obviously a little bit banged up from going so fast into the boards.
It's not hard at all. It's a matter of will.
2015 flashbacks where he fractured the clavicle, obviously okay.
Honestly, it's not a matter of can they or can't they. It's a matter of will they. And they won't. This team just doesn't block shots. Outside of Nurse. Hey, breaking. That's why I ain't got no hair. I had a full head of hair starting in September. Yeah.
All heart for community hockey and the people who make it happen.
Well, Jamal, it's been an interesting journey through the Sunshine State. Not surprising that man has a pair, but I don't think you had Nico Mikkola scoring twice tonight. And I know you saw him up close in St. Louis, but that wasn't on the board. Derek Ryan got 2 in a bizarre fashion on Saturday in Tampa. Some intriguing goals scored. David, one-timer, as you mentioned, channeling his inner Leon Draisaitl over the scoring tonight. That's offside against Stenlund, and then he tapped it in the net. And Fogle won't like that. Neither will Darnell Nurse. In this game already, a bit of a powder.
Like, what was the point of tapping in the net, you fucktard? Like, just use your brain one time.
I think that should be a penalty. If you deliberately do that, what recourse do you have? I think you have, to me that's unsportsmanlike.
Well, I know what recourse you have.
Yeah. No question. You know, it's been an interesting development. Paul Maurice has decided to let 2 forwards leave the zone here in the second period and put a little bit more pressure on the Edmonton Edmonton Oilers in the neutral zone forecheck. And so really, quite frankly,
Here's an option
did a really good job
that nobody's talking about
gaps.
that is gettable for the Oilers. Andrew Peaky.
Now that the Panthers have done that, to try to
I'm going to throw a name out there. How did I lose my hair? I had kids. I'm not kidding when I said I had kids and I went bald. I've got a 19-year-old, I've got an 8-year-old, I've got a 4-year-old, and I got a newborn on the way. I had kids. What would you guys thought of getting a Peaky from Columbus? He's not going to cost you anything. Maybe a McLeod. Also, another option you can think of in Minnesota, Spurgeon. Another cheap option. Like, I don't care about size. I care about a guy that wants to move the puck up to the forwards to score, and a guy that's willing to play defense. Like, honestly, this team needs to get rid of this offensive mindset on the defensive side. I'd be willing to give up a Broberg, a McLeod, to get a defensive defenseman in here to play. Slot him anywhere you want. Slot him next to Nurse. Slot him next to CC. Slot him anywhere you want. We need that type of player.
talked about is a rare breed of skill, passion, ability to fight. But when he's emotionally engaged, which I believe he has been.
Yeah, I got an Oilers squad going on over here. Yeah.
Into the fight.
So far, 2 boys, 1 girl. Got a second girl on the way. I may not be here in January very often, so.
These are the games that he is brought in for. Look for him to make a difference here as we go into the second half of this game.
McDavid between Draisaitl and Brown. Face off at center, and again the puck bumped out of play, this time into the Edmonton bench, and that means a face off to Bobrovsky's left. Or on Evander Kane.
You can't take out Nurse. Nurse plays a lot of minutes and he blocks a lot of shots. So you just need to add somebody to help out Nurse. You add another defenseman that'll help Nurse block the shots, and I think now you're cooking with peanut oil. Honestly, you bring somebody in that's willing to pay the price defensively, and you're cooking with peanut oil. 9:44 left to go in the second period. Shots are 19-13 for Florida. Tree is the score.
Lob back into the Edmonton zone. Florida knows it can't handle. That would have been a hand pass at that thrown in front, and ends up costing Edmonton a traffic penalty. Lowe's drew it. McDavid steamrolled his man. And now the penalty will be called.
This is a good penalty. It's an unfortunate play along the boards. When Bouchard plays that puck.
When Bouchard plays the puck! Hey, dumb Bouchard! It was a hand pass! Let the other team touch the puck! It's not fucking rocket science, you learn that in Pee-wees. This fucking guy, every fucking day.
There have been some odd situations. Broberg trips on the broken stick. That leads to a Florida Panther goal. And in that situation, Bouchard's decision.
Philadelphia's going to take Campbell. Once they hit the losing streak they're about to hit, they'll take Campbell.
And Nurse out there on the penalty kill. Dished out up top. Shot. Stopped by Pickard.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, my name is Matt for Oilers After Dark. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Push that like button as well.
In his last 8 games.
Well, right here, you could tell that Bouchard thought that it was a hand pass, so Lundell doesn't play the puck. I'm not so sure I like this decision by Bouchard to play it.
No shit.
So that everybody else on the ice knows exactly where you're going to or take the puck.
Thank you, Margaret. I'll definitely tell her. She's probably in the chat here
Nervous.
watching.
Clear off the draw. Defending Carter Verhage.
She just got home from wherever she was.
Out of play. Vinny Desharnais, I think.
The fact that it's 3-3 right now is shocking. What happened was it was a hand pass. And instead of just letting the Florida player touch it, blow it dead, Bouchard thought it'd be a good idea. I'm going to try and pass this up the wall. Oh, damn. It didn't get by the guy that was standing an inch in front of me with his stick on my stick. And Ekholm had to take a penalty because Bouchard's an idiot. It's as simple as Bouchard not knowing basic defensive hockey right now. It's infuriating to say the least, guys. Draisaitl doing the yeoman's work right now. 1:10 left to go in the power play. 8.5 left to go in the second period. I'll get to that question right away, Ryan. That is a very good question. I wanted to wait until the commercial to say it so I could give it my full attention. You guys, thank you guys so much. Like, again, we've been lucky and we've been blessed. It hasn't been an easy road, but we're very thankful and very blessed. And you guys, yeah, we need more D-help before a goal. We could have a pylon in net. If we had a defenseman that knew how to just keep the pucks out, we'd be okay. I'd be okay with a shooter in net. Nice save there by Picard. 5 seconds left to go on the power play.
One of the things you can do as a defenseman,
your pizza was cold?
is be aggressive and anticipate.
That's Darnell Nurse's fault. No, that's Daryl Cates' fault. You blame Daryl Cates for your pizza being cold. Thank you guys. Yeah, it's.
You don't play off instinct. You're nervous. You sit back. When you're confident, as I believe that
It's Daryl Cates' fault your pizza was cold and you stubbed your toe. That goddamn billionaire. And you got Darnell Nurse on the PK as well because of that guy jumping up.
So now, off the penalty kill, for the moment you've got 3 defensemen out there. McDavid, Matthias Ekholm, no shooting. Now Nurse.
That's offside.
The Oilers back to the tradition.
What's wrong with Bouchard? Nothing's wrong with Bouchard.
Scooped in by Sam Bennett. Open pressure on Kulak off to Bouchard.
Bouchard is what Bouchard is. Bouchard's an offensive defenseman that could score 20 goals a year, but he's also going to let the other team score 50 goals a year on him. It is what it is. We know what he is.
Rebound, Draisaitl from McDavid. And flipped out calmly to Luis Torino. Bouchard beat on a pinch. A severing test by Lomberg doesn't make its way through without a backhand. Stanley to Sam Becker. Another stop. Stanley shoots his goal. And Florida has its first win of the night. 4-3.
Bouchard beaten on a pinch. Bouchard beaten on a pinch. Bouchard beaten on a pinch!
As Goldberg was talking to him and telling him he had time, he protects the puck and holds on to it to get that through. And that kicks it up wide and try and fake a 2-on-1 play to the front of the net. And then they just follow up, a little bit of a scramble. As Pickard ends up losing his net off this initial play. And the rebound can't quite get himself back to position to make that save.
Get this fucking guy off this team.
After he made the first one, a little bit of a scramble there. And
I think he was bothered by Longberg, too. Longberg, to his credit,
goes to the front of the net. Yeah.
absolutely. Wristed down deep, took a weird off the stand.
Florida 4, Edmonton 3. Because Bouchard doesn't know how to play fucking hockey. Maybe this coach should bench Bouchard for a game. You got Desharnais and Broberg playing. Hey, Bouchard, take some minutes off. Take the third period off, you fucking bum.
Find a way to get back the momentum that the Panthers have taken over right now. Critical point. Wait a minute, that happened in the last 6 minutes. He didn't manage the puck. He didn't make hard plays. They weren't predictable for each other. It's the critical moment that they didn't take advantage of last game.
Well, and to that point, Jamal, in that sequence, when they lost focus and a bit of composure, only 10 minutes remain. Now there's 26. So certainly, if you're Edmonton, you like to think plenty of time to settle down and get this game back.
If the Oilers miss the playoffs this year, Ryan, you're going to see 5 guys not be here next year. And wow, I am having some internet issues.
We'll take another skate, hand off to Nurse. Shot save on Desharnais by Sergei Bobrovsky. Save on Desharnais.
Something better there.
Skate Florida's first lead.
5.5 minutes left to go in the second period. Florida 4, Edmonton 3.
Holiday menu. Enjoy the classic taste of the holidays anytime with a creamy Bailey's flavor.
It's not the goalie, man. Joy, it's not the goalie. It's one defenseman making bad reads, bad plays, not moving the puck, just being lazy. If the Oilers miss the playoffs this year, McLeod is gone. Derek Ryan is gone. Just give me half a second here. Just a second here. I want to make sure that I'm correct on this before I speak out me asshole too much. If the Oilers miss the playoffs this year, Fogle is gone. Brown is gone. Adam Ernie is gone. Sam Gagner is gone. Philip Broberg is gone. Ryan McLeod will be traded. You're going to be looking at a completely different team next year if the Oilers don't make the playoffs. Good, bad, or indifferent, this team is going to be looking a little different next season. Who could take over on the defensive side? Cam Dineen, Magnus Wagner, Noel Haffenmeyer. Boakey in 2 years can take over on the defensive end. As far as forwards that can come up and take over, Carl Berglund, Xavier Bogard, Carter Savoy, Raphael Lavoie, Jaden Gerby, Bradley Stonehouse, Petrov, Kajula, Pedersen. Pick a name, throw a number, hit a dart. Any one of those players can play bottom 6 minutes for this fucking team. For the amount of money that we are paying our bottom 6 players, Fogle 2.5, McLeod 2.1, Derek Ryan 900,000.
In the desert and making it to the NHL, what are the odds? Defy the odds. Bet on yourself.
An ill-advised turnover is the reason why they spent 25 seconds in their defensive zone. McLeod had the puck on his stick and tried to backhand it to get it out. You've got to make a harder play. Live to fight another day. Time, score situations. 5 minutes left in a one-goal hockey game.
The kind of hard play that helped trigger Edmonton's second goal tonight for a
Don't be bad. You're good.
And eventually Ryan found Evander Kane in the slot for a 2-0 Edmonton lead. But the
No, they're not. BW, you think these players, the players that I just named, are not 3 years away. They are next year, year after. You obviously haven't been paying attention like I have. Wow, what a hit to the head that was. No call though, right, ref? I'm not overreacting about this one game. I'm looking at the season as a whole. You think that the players I named are 3 years away? I'm telling you, man, they're ready next year. They're ready next year. Noel Haffenmeyer, he's ready next year, year after. That's a hand pass there, fucking ref. Okay, we'll just let that go. The forwards I named are also a year away. They're here next year. Part of the bottom six. And if they're not the solution, they're the problem. We can trade them for assets to become part of the solution. I like that this organization loves to be loyal to the players that they drafted. High stick again on a face of an Oiler, and no arm goes up. That's the third high stick that Florida has given to an Oiler with no call. And why is my internet so fucking choppy?
Shooting it in deep as we come up on 2 minutes to play here in the second period. 4-3 Panthers.
4-3 Florida. 2 minutes left to go in the second period. Here's that fourth line. And the defenseman pinched, and he missed the puck. Power play Florida.
Waiting to be shoveled in for seconds.
Well, we go back and forth. Chances at both ends of the rink. Here's an opportunity in the front of the net. Bobrovsky stands his ground. The puck just goes just wide. And a real heck of a play defensively by Darnell Nurse, forcing Tkachuk to his backhand. A great save here as he slides that puck through, but he's unable to get it elevated. A great save by Pickard. And another opportunity as he pushes away, and this puck just sits there. Real smart play by Pickard. If you notice, he grabbed the stick of the Florida Panthers forward in front of the net, so he couldn't put it in the net. Kind of hooked it for a hole. That's right.
Hyman will serve it, but that puck sitting there, that was like the roll.
That's the problem with making a trade right now with the Oilers situation. Is all the teams want first overall, first round pick, prospect, and a player. They want a 3-for-1 type deal. Prospect, first round pick, and a player. For whatever goalie you get into Edmonton, you're giving rid of your first round pick, a high-touted prospect, and a roster player. May that be Jack Campbell. But let's say that goal goes in. How is that not goalie interference? You push the goalie out of the way. So you're going to call a penalty for the Oiler holding him. but not the penalty for pushing the goalie out of the way.
That was just nestled.
Ludicrously stupid.
Here's Montour. Kicking it back to Reinhardt. Thrust around the boards.
Mac and cheese. That does sound yummy.
And looking for the home run to McLeod. That was broken up by Reinhardt.
Go Fogle.
Short-handed. Now with some steam into the zone. A shot fought off by Bobrovsky. He looked to keep it moving.
30 seconds left to go in the second period.
And the Panthers end up turning it over. Roberg to McDavid. Booted back to center by Nurse.
30 seconds.
Panthers once again
38 seconds left to go in the power play for Florida,
5 seconds.
who's 1 for 4 right now, I think.
Trying to plow his way through.
Oilers have had 1 power play. Oilers are on their 5th one. Florida's on their 5th one right now.
There, 15 seconds. Ekman Larson. Benner. Saucer back. Ekman Larson. Dishing off. Loading up. Snapping it through. Shot to the point. Tipped by McDavid out of play.
After 2, Florida 3, Oilers. Florida 4, Oilers 3. I don't know, guys. I'm as optimistic as the next motherfucker, but this team hasn't given me anything to be optimistic about or happy about. Yeah. They're not going to ask to take any salary. Nobody's going to take any salary from Campbell. Guys, it is scary how bad the Oilers have been this year, and they're still only 7 points out. Like, they've been bad. We can all agree that this team hasn't been good, but they're still only 7 points out. They're not 10 points back. They're not at 12 points back. They're not 20. They're 7. They're 7 points out of a playoff spot. Bless me. But it's all doom and gloom. Edmonton's playing fine enough to win. Florida's just playing a little bit better. Edmonton's playing good enough to win. Bouchard's playing just that much worse to lose. I don't see it that way. I don't see 7 points being that far away. Considering the schedule the Oilers have upcoming, I'm confident we can make that 7 points up rather easily. I disagree with you, Renegade. Who's next? The Washington Capitals are next on Wednesday, followed I think we got a matinee game on Sunday, to be honest with you. I know. So, no, my bad. We got Carolina on Wednesday, Washington on Friday, Anaheim on Sunday, Vegas on Tuesday, and then to end the month, we're in Winnipeg on Thursday. A lot of games and not so many nights coming up for the Oilers. But I'll be back. You guys enjoy your second interview. Hey guys, so who else wants to shoot themselves in the head when Cassie Campbell opens up her mouth and spews nothing but bullshit and propaganda? Maybe she should stick to what she knows, and that's the Calgary Flames. Meg's a good Canadian girl. Oh, yes, I bet she is. Oh, Kucherov left the ice rink. Oh, no. Not again. Yeah, I love your channel, Oil. I think we score a goal to tie it. Will they score the goal to take the game winner? I don't know. What a sloppy play by the Dallas Stars, though, for that Ranger first goal. Apparently, it's not just the Oilers' defense that doesn't know how to play defense. We just have it all the time. I'm just chewing on a Halls, guys, to make my throat feel better. In all honesty, I honestly think what Anson Carter and Armstrong were saying is spot on. This team just is snowballing with bad confidence right now. But once one goal goes in, it's going to click for this team. One game can snowball into a 10-game win streak. So which finger is it? Is it that finger? Is it that finger? That finger? Or that finger? I don't know. Which finger is it? Yeah, we got a full schedule of East Coast hockey here. Then we're at home to Anaheim and Vegas. Nah, don't worry about it, Oil. Like, it's not like you're in here uploading videos on as your opening packs. You're good. Hey, I'm not saying they're going to go on a 10-game heater, but I have a feeling that this is going to turn around quick. And once it turns around, this team's going to fly up the standings and make us forget about the terrible start. Well, if you're going to be right back, put some bandage on it. Oh, because I am a hockey nerd. Sorry, not a hockey nerd. I'm a hockey purist.
He attracts the attention of everybody on the Bruins. He certainly hasn't been the only one, but he's been in the center of the storm. This is some of the stuff that the Lightning have not had often enough in their games, especially the losses.
Lightning are trying to mix it up right now with the Boston Bruins.
And here is tonight's Kia player profile. He's been a busy man this season. He's seen more shots.
I don't understand why anybody says that Jonas Johnson was a bad goalie. I'm going to take what that guy said as total course crap. He's got a save percentage right now of .955 save percentage.
And he's got a lead right now.
It's been pointed out several times that the Boston Bruins only have one loss in regulation so far in 16 games. This is just the second time they've entered the third period trailing a game.
And the Lightning are doing a terrific job in the face-off circle.
Maybe it was the Avalanche team that didn't like him and were just making up shit to make him feel bad. But this goalie's played pretty damn well, and he's shutting down the Boston Bruins right now.
Paul
That's a tough task to shut down this Boston Bruin team. Third period in Boston underway. Score is 2-1 Tampa. Sorry guys, I'm watching the Boston. Ooh. Rangers won, Dallas nothing. Rangers have 21 shots on net. Avalanche and Nashville tied at 1. Arizona, LA. Game is just getting underway now. Phoenix Copley is in net with a 4.58 goals against average. But hey, we want Phoenix Copley, right guys? 4.58 goals against average. 7 save percentage. Yep, that's the guy we want. I get it. Things are bad in Edmonton, but they could always be worse elsewhere. Third period underway. Edmonton wins the face-off and sends it into the Florida zone.
Also first in shots, period. And they've been held to just 18 through 2. They did clean up the final 11 seconds on that power play for the Panthers, and then Montour.
One goal game. Let's hope the Oilers got to come back in them. What a play there by Nurse. What a play. Guy without a stick is holding on to Hyman. That's awesome. Didn't know you could do that. That's one man's opinion, Sean. Size and speed has nothing to do with this game right now. This game is on number 2, Bouchard. His defensive laps this game are what has had Florida take the lead. There, right there again. Pinch. Ugh. Bouchard to Fogle. Fogle down low to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl. Ooh, that was pretty. Just off the outside of the post, though. Fogle battling for that puck. Now the Oilers are tired. But that's icing against the Florida Panthers. New line coming out.
Edmonton Oilers, in particular, Evan Bouchard. He does a really good job of keeping that play alive. But defensively here, Darnell Nurse needs to make an indirect play instead. But a good recovery as he's able to get back to the front of the net and negate that pass, getting back to the back.
Yeah.
For Matthew Tkachuk. But another.
I think it's time to get rid of this stupid 11-7 bull crap. Trade one of the players or send one of the players down. If he clears waivers, he clears waivers. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Broberg or Desharnais. Pick which one you're riding with and ride with them.
He does a nice job of sliding. And they get out of trouble.
Gulak, a shot clock rebound, slammed off the side of the net by the snake-bitten Ryan McLeod, who has not scored a goal in his last 32 games if you include the playoffs. Another icing call taken by...
Another icing coming up against the Florida Panthers.
For the Panthers, and they're starting to feel pressure where there's none, Jamal. There was a couple of strides to be taken there to avoid the icing.
Yeah, and it's another great opportunity here. Off the post by McLeod. But that line has been playing extremely well. Now you get another offensive zone face-off. You got Draisaitl line back out there.
Well, and as you noted, McLeod, Ryan, and Fogle had a pretty good evening in Tampa 2 days ago. Sent in deep. Kevin Stenlund, that'll allow Florida to complete a change. As that goal. Advances through neutral. McDavid and Draisaitl. Hovering dangerously in the offensive zone. Draisaitl takes a spill in the corner. They'll have to lumber back onside as Ekholm looks for McDavid, and that pass deflected out of play on the bench. We played 2.5 minutes in this third period. Panthers are 7-0-1 this season when leading after 2.
This is a team that certainly understands how to close out hockey games. In fact, the Oilers are 3-2, or rather 1-7 when trailing after 2. They're looking to fix that trend.
And that was the win over Seattle we talked about last Wednesday. There's a rocket up the right-hand side by Ekman Larson, and that perhaps gave a few Oilers and a few fans a buzz cut. Paul Coffey implacable on that Edmonton bench. He's seen enough pucks.
He didn't even move.
No, wasn't worried. One game where Florida led a third period lead.
Yeah.
Was in Boston. That was the game.
That's why you work your ass off not to lose. And that right there is just a cheeky little play by Bobrovsky. The player runs into him. It's a penalty against the player, but the player has to go wide to get around him. It's a veteran move. It's cheeky. It's cheap. It's kind of a cheat play, but if the refs don't want to call it, you know, keep doing it while you can. You didn't know Gagne was scratched? Gagne wasn't scratched. Gagne has a nagging injury. That's why they're going with 11-7 tonight. Welcome back, Farm Girl. It's a pleasure seeing you again. Fancy meeting you here today, of all days. Excuse me. Goalie's got it, ref. When are you going to blow the whistle, you fucking tool bag?
And Calvin Pickard does a great job of holding his ground with big bodies in front of the net. The Panthers for those second and third chance opportunities. Puck goes to the front of the net with an inside position. But Pickard does a nice job of tracking that puck and holding his ground, and that left pad pushed against the post. Guys getting pushed from behind as well. He manages to find it.
Pickard 2-2 lifetime against the Florida Panthers. Playing out that left leg and showing off the lower core of strength as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins entrusted with a key face-off in his own zone. Out there with Kane and Hyman. Stenlund with a goal and assist tonight, and they're going to drop the puck again.
Yeah, Nugent-Hopkins.
Hey, Morningstar, how are you? We win this, we come back and win this game. It could be a catapult for good things to come for the rest of the month. We beat Washington. We're kind of laughing going into the Anaheim game. Vegas has shown that they're beatable. Ooh.
Nick Cousins poked away by Nurse. Hyman under control. 4.5 minutes into this final period. The Oilers trailed 4-3. Beaten in Tampa on Saturday 6-4. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins hesitated.
Hopkins.
A little bit of a panic play that time.
This team is just not feeling it, man.
Too much on that one. And a little turn into an icing call against the Panthers.
So there's another example. I like the fact that Nurse is jumping up into the play, but he takes the outside route versus the inside route. And you can see Nugent-Hopkins off the half wall looking for traffic. There was none there, so he double clutched it. If you're gonna go,
if we lose to Washington, you better win the week. Anaheim, Vegas, Winnipeg.
More opportunities for those second and third chances.
Tied at 1.
David and Fogle. But off the face-off, the Panthers are able to win a loose puck.
Sorry, my bad. They're down 1-0 to the Rangers right now.
Panthers won the President's Trophy in 22. Didn't do much in the playoffs.
I thought they scored a goal there, but it was clearly outside the net. You mean the Oilers actually have a power play coming up? Holy shocker.
McDavid, little wiggle. Bouchard, Ekholm, Draisaitl, spin move McDavid, shot blocked by Ekblad. Florida looking to get a touch, but it's Ekholm.
Shoot!
Fed alone, waiting, Bouchard, looking to unload. Protecting, McDavid, Draisaitl, McDavid already with two, Draisaitl.
Shoot the puck, somebody!
Gets it back from Draisaitl, fires, Sam Bobrovsky, rebound out of the reach of Hyman. And now finally, Lou Sterainen will get a touch, but Jamal, this in effect turns into a nearly 3-minute power play for Edmonton.
A real great opportunity, puck control, interchanging.
Yes, two coaches have been fired in the same year.
But the Florida Panthers do a really good job of boxing you out and not letting you get to the front of the net. Poison gets a little bit too aggressive.
But that's not the Oilers' situation. The Oilers, it's not a coaching problem. It's a players refusing to play defense problem. What's ailing the Oilers is fixable. It's an easy fix solution.
Create that power play, so they've been on the ice a long time.
If the players want to play that way.
They're going to keep it rolling here.
I'm sure Chris looked at them, asked them if they're fine, and they said they're good, so they'll stay out there.
You would have said the same thing.
We do have candy corn. I'm just not a fan of candy corn.
Here's McDavid. Wins the face-off. Bouchard.
I respect those that eat it. I just couldn't get into that chalky taste.
Bouchard. McDavid. Draisaitl. Searching. Shooting. And that was tipped off the pass of Bobrovsky. Oilers were 0 for 5 on the power play. The inline came and it cost them there. Now can it come through the clutch? Oh, that was a horse collar. Bouchard.
Both of them are going. Good call. Good call. Yeah, you want to fall over like you're a shot of a cannon? You diving little bitch. Good job, 9-4. That's embellishment. Do one more, you get fined.
That is not a penalty on its own.
I'd rather it just be a no call. Because if you're going to call the embellishment, I'd rather it be an embellishment as a single.
That's awesome.
But we're going to get holding the stick. And then embellishing on Lomberg.
Lomberg leans into him, hoping he's going to wrap his arm around him, and as soon as he does, he goes down. The fans in here don't like it. They're going to stay 5-on-4.
What's wrong with the power play? They're predictable.
That's an easy one. That's a layup on Paul Maurice. Chris Knoblauch.
They're predictable.
Bouchard, Lomberg.
And
Respective boxes.
they don't have a buffer. I'd much rather have a player in front of the net be a buffer. Look at that Tampa Bay power play goal they scored on Saturday. Perfect example of why a buffer works. And that's offside.
And Kulikov, briefly teammates. Kulikov joining the Oilers for a playoff run in the bubble. Hyman and Bennett. Sam Bennett.
They've had fans for the last few years, BW. Ever since that playoff run 2 years ago, they've had fans. They went to the Cup final last year, had fans. How is Bennett not getting a penalty for any of this? How the hell is Bennett not getting a penalty for any of this?
Well, you can see when this was offside, led by Matthew Tkachuk, he decided he was going to go in there and create a ruckus. But this is the Oilers, for me, have to stay away from this. This is understand the time, the score, the situation, opportunity on the power play. Get the goal, Get the goal that you need to tie the game and leave this stuff alone.
Although McDavid and Draisaitl are just sitting here collecting their breath and loading up
Yeah,
for
good
another
point.
minute 19.
Like, that's a cheap shot. Kachuk, you little fucking bitch. Cheap shot like that.
So it looks like there's not going to be any calls.
No calls on that at all?
No,
You'd
they're going
agree with
to
that.
eat it up again.
I don't think. Are they going to send
You get that haircut. I don't need a haircut. I do it myself.
Leave it.
I saved myself $25.
There's still some deliberations ringside as they.
I don't get
I thought they were gonna
NHL officiating at all.
let well enough alone. They've already kind of gone the coincidental route with Bouchard and Lomberg. And now.
Okay, I get it. It's offside. Fine. But for Kachuk to go halfway across the ice to hit McDavid and get away with that? Fuck you. Like, just fucking come on.
I think there's going to be coincidentals with Hyman and Bennett.
Yeah. So Hyman comes off as a power play guy. Really, with Bouchard already in there, you've got kind of a new look power play for Edmonton for the remaining 119. Because 40% of the power plays in the box right now.
Yeah, and Brown's coming on to replace Hyman. Would be a good time for him to get his first.
Yeah, man, I'm with you on that one. I may have to have that. I may have to put that up for the post game as one of my pictures.
Why is Evander Kane going to the box? Is there an extra 2 or a 10 handed out here? Evander Kane has been just ushered into the penalty box by linesman Matt McPherson. And we've yet to receive clarification as to why.
Edmonton penalty to number 2, Edmonton Shaw, 2 minutes short.
Face-off win for Draisaitl.
Penalty to number 94, Ryan Lumber, 2 minutes short in Dallas.
So Draisaitl and Hurst hold it.
Just go out and score. Like, this is ridiculous. This is what I mean about game management with the refs.
Directly behind the net around the Leon Draisaitl. Trying to shovel it down low. This is an Oiler power play for another minute. They didn't announce anything. Evander Kane is in the box, though.
Must be a 10.
Nurse to Draisaitl. Fired a pass. Nugent Hopkins for the tie. McDavid centers. Somehow that's down. And it's plugged down the ice by Stenley, who's played a terrific game tonight for Florida.
So impressed with how strong Draisaitl is. He's got 2 guys battling him in the corner, and he manages to make the play and holding on to that puck.
Nugent Hopkins threw it behind. We've now been
I got no words for what this team is, what this team has become.
Kane is serving the 2 for Hyman, and then Hyman's unavailable for an effect 12 minutes down the stretch here. In the meantime, the other power play set to expire.
No, Kane didn't do anything. Kane is serving Hyman's 10-minute major. They gave Hyman the extra 10 for beaking, but didn't give it to Bennett, didn't give anything to Kachuk. Man, it must be nice to an American player on an American hockey team to say whatever the fuck you want to say, because the refs are so scared to have the Oilers have advantages. I'm sick of the fucking Gary Bettman NHL.
Grabbed by Brett Kulak. 11 and 1/2 minutes left in regulation. No score.
If Gary Bettman was found dead in his hotel room in the morning, nobody would be sad.
Matthias Ekholm.
This league has become a fucking bush league.
Oilers led 2-0.
Watered down fucking bush league.
But the Panthers have battled back. Verhaeghe is steal. Behind the Edmonton net, kicked it off the side. Brown got through Montour, and he'll streak down the left-hand side. Connor Brown. Both checks. Regained a second time, and it is done. Deflected up off the plexiglass. Darren from distance, and a save made by Sergei Bobrovsky. 10:59.
Fucking NHL is bush league,
Remaining in
man.
the third period. Florida 4, Edmonton.
It used to be a league that you could actually watch and know that, hey, sometimes bad things happen to good people. But no, it's become a league of how much money can I make people. Wes McCauley, you're a fucking joke. Chris Lee, you're worse than Wes. But, hey, that's what Gary wants. It will be funny what happens year one of Gary Bettman's departure. I'm very interested and I'll be very tuned in to see what happens. Year one of Gary Bettman not being around. No, that's the sad thing is Gary Bettman's not on his way out. He's got a good 5 years left in him. That's the sad thing is this guy could be 101 years old and still be the commissioner of the NHL.
Hope you like physical hockey because that's exactly what you've got here tonight. Desharnais gets in a little bit of a dust-up.
Patrick Kane is going to be going to probably the Ottawa Senators or Montreal Canadiens.
Evander Kane involved physically. Matthew Tkachuk getting things started. That's exactly. There's a lot of nastiness in this game.
Tell you what, Jamal, if you don't like
The two Canadian teams, well, three Canadian teams that I heard Patrick Kane going to: Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa. Obviously, throw in Buffalo, but those are your four destinations for Patrick Kane. He's not going to play out west. You know what? There is going to be a lockout in 2 years. I keep telling people, guys, there's going to be a lockout. The players are going to lock out. And what is Gary going to do? It'll be his fourth lockout since he's been commissioner. Can't always be hidden.
Draisaitl was smart enough to use the defender as a screen.
Off the draw, swung wide. Oiler fans have to be thinking Draisaitl's due. Usually lights up Florida, as does McDavid, who's gotten a pair tonight. Nurse goes shooting in. Oilers born to the
Brown needs to get going here.
Flick of the wrist, put it on CC's tape. Now Nurse, Brown. Looking down.
What the fuck are we doing? 10 minutes left to go in the third period. Come on, Brown. Brown, Fogle, and Ernie out there. Holy fuck.
Pickard might have saved the game for Edmonton, and Jamal and I are still trying to figure out how Edmonton didn't tie it at the other end.
Gretzky doesn't want to be commissioner. He wants nothing to do with the NHL, to be honest with you. I don't know if Adam is still in here, but I think Adam can attest more about the Wayne Gretzky situation than I can. I'll give you guys the story of what I was told from somebody that was close to the situation with Gretzky and Bettman. 9 minutes left to go in the third period. I'll do that in the next commercial, which should be the next whistle. Shots are 28-24 for Florida. That's what I'm going to talk to you about, Peter. That's Bear. That's actually what I'm going to talk to you about. Oh, that was Hamlin that fucked that up. Okay. All right, guys. The reason why, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there was a period of time there, probably a decade, maybe more, where you didn't see Gretzky. You didn't see Wayne Gretzky at the Hall of Fame game. You didn't see Wayne Gretzky part of the Oilers. You didn't see Wayne Gretzky anywhere. The reason for that is, when Arizona was struggling, Gary begged Gretzky to buy the Arizona Coyotes. He begged them. He went to him and did a personal favor. Can you please buy Arizona, be the coach, be the GM, figure out how to fix this team? Wayne said, okay, I'll do that, on the condition that when this team makes money or doesn't make money, I get part of my ownership stakes back. 5 years, 10 years later, somebody buys the Arizona Coyotes from Wayne Gretzky. And Gary doesn't give him his money back. Gretzky says, fine, I want nothing to do with the NHL. Gary recently, within the last 5 years, has paid Gretzky his money. Gretzky was part of the NHL 100. And the rest is history, as we know it. Now, there's bad blood between Wayne and Gary, absolutely. But it all boils down to integrity and money. Wayne did a good thing for the NHL by going to Arizona. Gary kind of double-dog did him dirty, and Wayne was pissed about it. He walked away from the NHL for a while. Oilers just need this one goal now. One goal. One freaking goal.
Leading the way, hoping to get this game all tied up.
5-minute dish off to Leon Draisaitl. Connor McDavid. Jamal mentioned already a pair tonight. Running Reinhart ragged. Dancing.
That's another topic I could tell you about that a lot of people don't know.
Maybe took a split second too long. Got it back. Dished off. McDavid in front of the pass of LeBron.
Oh, that's so close. You guys don't know this, but I don't know, maybe you do. Some of you guys might not know this. Mario Lemieux threatened to take the Pittsburgh Penguins out of Pittsburgh. The year before Crosby, Mario Lemieux threatened Gary Bettman and the NHL to take Pittsburgh Penguins out of Pittsburgh. The following year, they draft Crosby. The year after that, they get Malkin. The year after that, they get Letang, Fleury. Funny how that happens, eh? You threaten the league and then you get a bunch of good players and build yourself another dynasty. It's not coincidence they got the first overall pick in Crosby. But just a little behind the scenes that, yes, Pittsburgh was being sold and moved out of Pittsburgh. And then they got Crosby. And then everybody was happy, happy, happy. 7.5 minutes left to go in the third period. Still 4-3 Florida, 29-27 shots for the Florida Panthers, 29-28 now. Oilers are trying. They're buzzing. I'll give them that. Hey, Oilers back on the power play. Let's actually give them a full fucking power play this time.
But that's a product of establishing that cycle and grinding Florida down low.
This is exactly what the Edmonton Oilers want to do to get this game all tied up. And if you don't score, you're going to drop penalty, which is exactly what would happen.
No, you're right. You're right. Malkin was drafted the year before.
He looks to the back door. He's got
no, you're right about that. But I'm just saying, it was just coincidence that they got all those really stacked players back to back to back. It is what it is.
What does that do? It forces the Panthers to take a penalty, which is exactly what happens in this instance. Now they get another chance with 7:38 to go. It's the timeliness of the power play. This is the one they need.
Another third period power play.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But Gretzky doesn't want to own anything in the NHL. I'm glad we have Daryl Cates. I'm very happy with Daryl Cates being the owner. I don't like the salary cap and what Gary Bettman has done to it. I don't like the fact that the league has made over $1 billion in ad revenue and $3 billion in gambling revenue the last 2 years. I could go far back as 3. And the salary cap hasn't gone up. Why is that? Why is that the NHL has made more money in these last 3 years than they had in the last 15, and the salary cap didn't budge? It wasn't because American teams were spending money. It was because teams like Toronto and Edmonton were spending money. And now their salary cap hooped. Just can't get shit going.
Hyman doing a great job in up front, making sure he's in position. I'd like to see him set a subtle pick on Forson to let that pass go to the back door.
Gretzky never wanted to be owner in Edmonton. He was asked several times, but he said no.
Stay on the ice for the full 2 minutes. Hyman in for the right-hand side. Bouchard, did he keep it alive? He did. And now it's Draisaitl to the net. And a last-minute launch by Kulikov broken up. Chance for Leroux Sturina to hoist it down the ice, and he does. And
That's the difference between Florida defense and Edmonton defense. Florida defense down on their knees, blocking shots, using sticks. Edmonton defense standing on their feet, looking for things to happen. But can you imagine that ownership group, Gretzky, Messier, and Lowe owning the Oilers? You want to talk about old boys club? Four minutes and 56 seconds left to go in the game. Florida 4, Oilers 3.
Hey, Ives. What do you listen to? Country rap. That is not a thing. Take a listen. Can nobody else do it? It's definitely not a thing. Now that tastes.
I have a shit ton of respect for Paul Coffey. And I know a lot of people think that he's the eyes and ears of Cates, and everything that's said in the room, it gets back to Cates. Cates doesn't give a shit what is said in this locker room. Like, Daryl Cates does not care what the players say in the room. He wants the team to win. And if there was no salary cap, you bet your ass Daryl Cates would spend and spend and spend. Power play's predictable. BW, the power play is predictable. Teams adjusted to what the Oilers were doing. What are the Oilers doing? Looking to Bouchard for the clap bomb. Otherwise, it's Draisaitl, McDavid, cross seam. They don't use a middle guy. Heaven forbid they use a buffer type player. Why not put Hawkins as the buffer player? Have Bouchard play the only defensive position. Bouchard up at the defense. Hawkins in the middle by the hash marks. Draisaitl on one end. Hawkins, McDavid on the other end, and either Hyman or Kane in front of the net. That way you got a guy to pass to. No, we're just so sick and stuck in our ways of give it to McDavid, give it to Draisaitl, give it to Bouchard. Yeah, I grew up in the dynasty of the Oilers. I was very fortunate. So that's why the Decade of Darkness didn't affect me as much as others. Because I know the glory days. Oh boy, were they many. Gotta get that fucking puck out, though. Yeah. I loved when there was no salary cap. Man, those were the days. Teams obviously couldn't, go out and get $100 million contracts. But man, you could build teams and you could keep teams together. Now you can't.
Rodriguez just scoops it to the front of the net. And Picker does a nice job of making that initial pad and then covering it up for the whistle.
Calvin Pickard, 27 saves in his first NHL start since January the 28th. And as you talked about at the Open, this is importantly first action of any kind in 16
Wow,
games,
just
which can be an eternity for goaltending.
that's the thing. The team that spent the most money usually won the Stanley Cup. Oh, there goes Derek Ryan falling over his own 2 feet.
Nugent Hopkins over the line. Speaking of Lundell, I haven't seen him, Jamal. He hasn't played much, if at all, here in the third. Here's a center pass, take it away, and then sifted wide. Stenley gets a lot of ice time for Florida. Kulak a shot.
Kulak with the muffin shot. That's icing.
That will turn into an icing call against the Panthers.
I'm glad I'm like I said, I'm glad I'm older so that the whole fiasco of the Decade of Darkness didn't affect me much. I was also working on the oil rings. Okay, Billy. Yeah, this team, they're good and bad. The good, the bad, the ugly of the Edmonton Oilers all in one game.
Key draw. Ekholm will wire it over to Evan Bouchard. He'll wind it along. McDavid throws off his man Kulikov. Dishes off Bouchard. Wrist shot disappeared into traffic. As well a hold.
Fucking Bouchard.
It's driven down the ice by Rodriguez. Cousins in hot pursuit. Round one with a ball not forthcoming.
Fucking Bouchard, man. I know he's my whipping boy this year, guys. I don't know what it is. It's just he's my whipping boy this year. Nothing he does on the defensive end is good.
Yeah, and Chris Knobloch is going to the blender a little bit with his lines here in the last 5 minutes. Obviously, you got to go back to McDavid and Draisaitl, but Bobrovsky's doing such a good job of really making the initial saves and making him.
Oh man, that team was stacked upon stacked upon stacked. I feel bad for Bork though. He had to leave Boston to win his cup. Rob Blake, same thing, had to leave LA to win his cup.
Against the boards.
3 minutes left to go in the third period. 3 minutes remaining.
It was thrown up the right-hand side, and that puck doesn't have enough momentum.
Shots are 32-30 for Florida. Scores 4-3.
200 feet out of the reach of McDavid, and Lundell flicks it back in for Florida from inside the red. No icing. Panthers go to work in the offensive zone, protecting a 4-3 lead. Mikolas shot redirected off the pads of Pickard. 2:30.
I'd almost play Pickard against Carolina. That's how
Trying to frustrate Edmonton. McDavid.
I'm feeling right now.
Who then takes the pass off the boards and will swing it up the right-hand side. Luostarinen did not get a
Yeah, Peter, absolutely. And that's one thing I will say. I'm glad they won one with Ovi. Because imagine Ovi if they didn't win. Go, okay, I want to win a cup. Get as much for me as you can to a contending team. I need a cup.
And I think Draisaitl's questioning whether or not they're going to take the timeout.
Pickard's on the bench, so the extra attacker is on. Kane and Nugent Hopkins in the slot. McDavid up high with Bouchard. Hyman hugging the left half wall. Draisaitl.
Yeah, I'm not going to be watching the World Cup in 2025. That's going to be Bouchard. Oh. I'm done with this kid. I'm done. Think he's going to be something. I'm done giving him negative energy, positive energy. I'm just... Bouchard doesn't exist to me anymore on this Oilers team.
And finally chiseling it free. But Lundell unable to locate for a clear. Weekly back to the point. Held it by Kane. His shot dribbled wide. Montour racing for the puck. Wins it against Nugent Hopkins and gets a clear.
1.5 minutes left to go in the third period. Empty net for the Oilers. Shots are 32-30.
Trying to slash it on the zone. Cannot do it. Edmonton didn't get the equalizer against Tampa. Can they get it here? Now, was that pumped out of play for delay of game? No, I don't believe so. It was a backhander from inside the Florida blue line, but it caught the middle glass, and thus just a face-off in the Florida zone. And now the whiteboard is out, and Edmonton will take a timeout.
Yeah, and you know, Chris Knobloch's going to...
Goalie pulled. Timeout Edmonton. 1.5 minutes left to go in the game. Oilers need some magic, guys. They need some magic.
There's two different ways to defend the 6-on-5. There's the old 5 dice, where the 4 players are basically like a penalty kill and there's one guy in the hole. Or you can choose to implement where you force the puck. So whoever's closer to the puck plays off the puck and goes hard. Be interesting to see how Paul Maurice elects to defend the 6-on-5. I think that the Oilers have to do...
Zach Lang can shut his fucking mouth. Like, I'm done with everybody thinking that it wasn't the coaching problem. It was the coaching problem. Just, I don't have respect for guys like that. The team wins and you keep your fucking mouth shut because you're a church mouse. You're a fucking hooker on Sunday going into church. You keep your mouth shut because you know the team is winning. But as soon as they're fucking losing, you just pile on like a piece of shit. Just because you have a Twitter handle doesn't mean you can talk out your fucking ass. I'd love to see any one of these fucking writers try and put up a pair of skates and play in the NHL. You fat fuck overweight retards. You fucking joke writers. You gossip columnists. Every single one of you guys gossip columnists. Fucking keyboard warriors. Hey, Bouchard made a play. 51 seconds left to go. Hyman has the puck. Trying to get around Montador. And where's the defense? Where the fuck's the defense? Two games. 2 empty net goals. There's the defense. Bouchard just standing there watching the fucking puck move. There is no fun to BW. This is Edmonton Oilers 2023-2024 hockey. There is no karma. There is no fucking anything. There is just Oilers hockey. Oilers hockey. Oilers hockey. Beat Carolina, beat Washington. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Northern Girl. I'm with you, man. I don't know what this team... I don't know what this team is going to be. Oilers lose. Oilers lose. Oilers lose. What more can be said? Hang your heads, you fucking clowns. Hang your heads, Oiler players. That seems to be the best thing you're good at this year is hanging your head. I'm a fan through and through, thick and thin. But watching this team this year, I don't know, there's something. I'm a fan of this team. Win, lose, draw, it is what it is. I will always be an Oilers fan. But as they say, there's something in the water. And it's pretty shitty right now. Will this team turn it around? Sure. When? Not a fucking clue. Thank you guys for being here. Blowing leads is what this Oilers team does. All because of one guy on this team that has no idea what the defensive end looks like. I don't fucking care that Bouchard scores you 20 goals. I don't fucking care that Bouchard can get you 50 points. If he can't keep the puck out of the fucking net, he's useless. Let's bring in guys that want to be here, that want to play defense. And I'm sorry, but fuck you, McLeod. You asked for more money, you got your raise, and you've done shit with it. I think the Oilers brass next season has to reevaluate the players and the team. You want to make money? You want to be a third-line player? You want to be a second-line player? Prove it. If you want to play third line for the NHL, you have to be willing to do one of three things. You have to, sorry, not one, but you have to be doing three things. A, responsible defensively. B, stick check and play better. C, learn how to play fucking blocking defense. You gotta learn how to block shots. It's fucking simple. You want to be a third and fourth line player in the NHL, learn how to block shots. It's going to fucking hurt. You're going to have sore nights. But fuck me, you're not going to be making any money being a top end player with low end skill. Yeah, another terrible power play. That needs to be fixed. Not going to lie, guys. Power play needs to be fixed. Our defensive structure needs to be worked on a little bit. And our fourth line needs to play fourth line. Our bottom six needs to play like grinders. And not play like they're fucking superstars in a league that they're not. How many more nights are we going to go through this where we say the same shit? Fourth line is bad. Third line is terrible. Bouchard is trash. Anyways, guys, my name is Matt for Oilers Are After Dark. Thank you all for being here. Post-game reaction video coming up later tonight, as well as Wednesday. We're in Carolina. Yikes. We'll see you then. Enjoy.